Oh, is this
most
just a tour of Heart
restaurants,
Attack
having
Grill? I've already
three
seen this.
customers suffer heart attacks after eating at the establishment and even celebrating a death on the premises. It's aptly named the Heart Attack Grill.
Remarkably, the owner says it's all done in the name of promoting good health.
One among us has to tell the truth, and that's what we're doing here.
The heart
Yeah,
attack
you're a real
prides
hero,
itself
giving
on
people
pushing
actual
limits,
heart attacks.
along with belt sizes.
That'll teach
Diners
him.
must-
Yeah, let's
Their
go!
flatliner fries, cooked in lard, are unlimited. Thirsty? Try the all butterfat shake.
That
Or
sounds
maybe
so
a
good.
shot
What
of
the
vodka.
fuck?
And new to this menu, a burger with 8 patties, almost 20,000 calories. That's the equivalent of nearly 40 Big Macs. Oh, and if you don't finish your meal, you get spanked.
What? Wait, she actually like really went in on
She's
that.
not exactly a real RN, but her spankings are real hard.
Yeah, like she's not holding back.
The restaurant, Dr. John has become something of a superstar in the fast food world. In his
Dr.
trademark
John,
over-the-top
kinda
way,
suave.
he depicts himself as Jesus Christ at the Last Supper, dining with the industry's other giants.
Alright, Dr. John's is kind of fucking
Certainly
wacky.
come along. The restaurant was under fire after its nearly 600-pound spokesman, Blair Rivers, died of obesity-related issues.
It's
He
not
was just
confirmed.
29.
There's an argument
He
to be
may
made
have
that
died of
you used this guy during
Consuming
his life. And
very
that now
flavorful
you
food.
are
It was too much.
very morbidly
It was too
using
good.
his death. So this man's death has not given you pause at all.
Zero pause.
You guys, we are actually rolling now.
What
Actually
the
rolling.
fuck? This guy's like
Dr. John's biggest
Nintendo.
location is double the size
If your
of his
player
old
dies,
place
do
in
you feel bad?
Arizona,
Nope.
and his
Sounds good,
in-house
actually.
fatality rate.
Now, the one that I
Yes.
couldn't save was a very dear friend of mine. And I want to tell you something.
This
They'll
is his
say it's
ashes right here.
grotesque. They'll say,
they will.
how can you keep the man's cremation here?
Oh my god,
And
wait,
I'll
it
tell you
is.
something.
What the fuck?
I am setting the bag on the table. And I challenge any
Holy
other
shit.
restaurant to set the bag
Let's
on
turn
the
it into a burger.
I'm talking about a bag of truth. This was a good man with hopes and dreams who couldn't
And now
control
look
his
at him.
eating habits.
This stupid piece of
Inside
shit.
this bag are the remains
He's sand.
of yet another
He's become
spokesman.
sand.
He ate at the restaurant every day.
Oh,
People
that
are
explains
actually
it.
dying.
People will continue to die. Can they just stop, pause, and reflect
What?
upon the food for thought that I'm selling? It's not happening.
He's like
It's not
actually Lex
t-shirts,
Luthor.
It's not
When there are lights and sirens outside and they're bringing some person out on a gurney, you're basically in the background.
He's celebrating. Yeah, he's having fun.
Absolutely. Was that heart attack good for business? Did that heart attack pad my wallet with money? Absolutely.
This is the most honest guy
Did
ever.
I enjoy that? Absolutely. I'm a businessman.
Oh, what did they give this guy? Did they hit him with like a fucking truth serum? Is Wonder Woman there with her lasso around his leg? Why is he so honest? Hey, did you like when that guy died? Oh, fuck yeah. Are you kidding me? I made money off that. Dude died at my restaurant. I was like, hey, holy shit. I'm not only making money, I'm killing idiots, I guess. Hey, fuck yeah. In fact, here's this dude's ashes. Stole them from his loved ones. And they're now in my restaurant. What are they gonna do, fight me?
Now, if they do die here, I'm not going to lie to you. That's great for business. I'll say it again. Death is great for business at the Heart Attack Grill.
Wow.
Somehow, in the
He's like an
3 years
anime
since we
villain.
first met, Dr. John
In order to save the world, I must kill it first. And from its ashes will rise a phoenix of grease and bacon. And on top of that phoenix, I will be riding it. Dr. John. I think his point's a little dog shit, though, if I'm being honest. Like, other places obviously sell shitty food, but he is going way out of his way to make the food as detrimental to your health as humanly possible. It's not like they're just being dishonest and saying it's good for you food. Like, they're not like hiding that it's bad for you. But he is doing the most he can to kill you with it. So it's a little dishonest to compare the two. It's not like it's a matter of honesty or not. You were actively trying to make it worse for them.
in a city near you.
Fine, son, keep eating.
I'm Ryan.
Wasn't his point that he's not selling shitty things to kids? Is this not a kid eating this? Didn't he make that exact point? Like, I'm not selling this awful death to kids, only these consenting adults. And then in the same interview, there's a kid. Oh, without parental guidance. Oh, did he say that part? I didn't say that. I didn't see that. Or remember hearing that, rather. Why does it matter if they're... What? I don't really understand though. Why would that matter if they're supervised or not? It's the same food. That guy's nutty. That guy was actually fucking wild. Is there any more from Dr. John? Did he die of a heart attack at his own restaurant? I wonder what's in his will. Like, if he does die at that restaurant, what does he want? Like, make patties out of his corpse? Parade it around? Taxidermy it and hang it? I bet he's got a crazy plan for it.
In 2013, John Ailman, known as the Heart Attack Grill's daily customer and unofficial mascot, died after suffering a heart attack and collapsing as he stood at the bus stop in front of the restaurant. He was the inspiration for the Patient John character seen around the restaurant. In 2017,
Man,
Business
that's
Insider
rough.
talked to John
What?
Basso about this disturbing patient.
So oh my god. Not only did he die at the restaurant because of all the fucking horrible food, and not only does Dr. John have his cremated ashes like it's seasoning for his patties, he also used him as a cartoon character to continue to promote it to other people? Oh, wow. That's fucking awful.
Because if you stop and realize it, I put out a broader, far-reaching message about health and fitness than any other physician
You
in
absolutely
America,
haven't, though.
period. His reasoning
No one
is
thinks of
that
Heart Attack
obesity
Grill
is
and
still a
thinks of,
problem in America,
I should eat healthy.
despite all the work done by
Nobody.
the fitness and changing experience
Really? All of
for
you
his
do?
customers.
I can't tell if you're memeing or not. So his message of, I make this food that kills people, so it should teach people about not eating unhealthy, is somehow being conveyed to you? Because that's not what I get. If this guy, like, it's a little different when he's going out of his way to make the food as deadly as possible, right? And is happy when people die from it. I don't think the message really gets across. It's more like he found a way to capitalize off the most gluttonous people in society and make a lot of money off it, while also being able to take a bit of a high road, even though he literally has killed people from it. I wouldn't necessarily say the message gets delivered very well. That's like saying because McDonald's exists, it has taught me to eat healthy. I just don't think that really works.
In 2013, he was on Bloomberg's In the Loop with Betty Lou to talk about his food when he pulled out a plastic bag of powder and put it on the desk.
That's
Then he said,
John's ashes.
I'm here with the cremated remains of someone who died at my restaurant. He died of a heart attack at my restaurant, and I'm putting the bag clearly on the table. I wish that Burger King, McDonald's, and everyone else would do the same thing. When a shocked Lou pointed out how grim things had suddenly
That's
gotten,
pretty bold.
Basso agreed. As he put it, absolutely, because the entire fast food industry is pretty grim. The former employee said that there were more repeat customers than one might expect, like locals who would frequently take advantage of the free meal offered to anyone weighing over 350 pounds. She also revealed some distressing
another thing.
memories, like the time
Offering
that a male
free
customer
food for the
passed
morbidly
out and
obese
an ambulance had to be
isn't
called.
delivering
As
a
she
message of you should
recalled,
eat
the
healthier.
manager made me
It's
take
doing the
out my cell
opposite.
phone
It's
to
rewarding
record
you
a
for
video
it.
of the whole. Poor diet certainly does seem that it can contribute to risk over time, but no one has yet shown that it has an immediate effect that can precipitate the heart attack.
I don't know
Thus,
about
there's
that.
little
I
to
feel
no
like
evidence that a one-time trip to the heart
the
attack
people
grill
there
is going to
are
cause a
at
heart
risk.
attack. Everyday
And I
Health
think it can
echoed that
exacerbate.
sentiment in a 2011. Poor diet certainly does seem that it can contribute to risk over time, but no one has yet shown that it has an immediate effect that can precipitate the heart attack.
I don't know
Thus,
about
there's
that.
little
I
to
feel
no
like
evidence that a one-time trip to the heart
the
attack
people
grill
there
is going to
are
cause
at
a heart
risk.
attack. Everyday
And I
Health
think it can
echoed that
exacerbate.
sentiment in a
That was so much more interesting than I thought it would be. I've known about Heart Attack Grill for quite a while. I actually remember back in, like, must have been college, I was reading about Heart Attack Grill. Didn't know it was so deep, though. Wow. Fucking wild. Dr. John's a maniac. Is he still alive? In their defense, they haven't had a death in 8 years. I don't know how many more heart attacks they've had in that time, but they have not had a death at Heart Attack Grill in about 8 years. Yeah, apparently Tyler 1 and Faker went to it. I must have missed that. I know they did content together. Was that what they did? They went to the Heart Attack Grill?
We here at the Heart Attack Grill. Yeah. Now, I don't know what to expect, but let's go.
Jesus, Tyler's like a real YouTuber. Look at him go. Is Dr. John here?
Heart Attack Grill. This is our entire menu. You guys have to wear hospital gown, and if you guys don't finish eating, you get 3 spines.
He's making goofy thumbnail faces and everything.
The wine comes to the table in an ID bag.
How do you guys even stay open?
That's pretty cute.
Not really, but we tried.
I'll tell you what caught my eye right away. This octuple?
The octuple bypass.
Octuple. And then
40 slices of bacon.
I'm trying to add 40 slices of meat.
Any sides?
The fries, and then I'm also trying to get this.
What the
chocolate
fuck is he doing?
So it's actually made with almost a
You're gonna give me a full stick. I'll take a full stick. Yeah,
I
give me
did
a
a
full
tier
stick.
1 Wallborg.
single.
Ah, come on, you gotta get the. Dude, if you want the single, you can like take it off the top. Dumb. Okay.
Hey, peer pressure. Let's go. Faker going in now. Imagine if someone had a heart attack and died during this video.
I have not.
Just some stranger in the back.
Maybe. Do you think I can get one bite?
Does he even finish a single patty?
should have all the single ones.
I feel like one patty's already like 6k calories.
My heart. Somebody help me. It's honestly pretty good. Listen.
This is so
I don't know
wholesome.
if I'm done or not. I'm saving.
It's like an episode of SpongeBob.
It's time for your surgery.
Like SpongeBob and Squidward go to the heart attack
It's
grill.
gonna be great. I'm gonna love it. I don't know if you will, but I'm gonna love it.
Listen, don't do it too hard.
Oh, it's gonna be hard.
How many?
3.
I mean, can you at least make it fast? Like, bah, bah, bah.
Probably not. Hands up. Feet together.
It's gonna break the paddle on his
You're
ass.
gonna be so assertive, man.
All right, here is 1.
Holy shit, she cranked that. That windup was nuts. She's getting like a Happy Gilmore running start.
Last one.
She hates him.
I'm so sorry.
I actually bet that would hurt like a bitch.
But I'm glad I could do it with you, Faker.
Me too.
That was so fucking wholesome. Kitchen nightmares? Oh Christ, alright.
What does catch of the day mean, Joe?
It means what is fresh, local to the region at the time.
Not frozen. Let me tell you something.
Bullshit,
You're
Gordon.
not a chef.
This guy is cool. Does this guy do YouTube?
To me.
Let me tell you something.
I don't even work
You're
here
not a
actually.
fine dining
Where?
bistro.
What is this
You're
restaurant?
A small man with a. You don't even cook. You just prance around behind the line, throwing raw bits of carrots on top of raw pastry.
Yeah, but what about my
It's a
fresh
big
fish?
show.
Yeah.
Now it's funny.
Yeah.
From a fake.
Ah ha 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 ha! But my fish is fresh.
Fucking smoke up your bullshit.
Bullshit.
Where's the full episode?
Can you?
Yeah, this looks about right.
Tonight.
Good afternoon.
Wait.
Where's Joe?
Seasons. They go
Yeah, baby!
Run up against
Oh,
anyone.
it's fucking late though. I don't know if I want to watch all of it. Fuck. I'll start it. I'll start it and we'll see. I'll see.
Tonight on.
Half of this shit has to be fake, right?
Fine dining restaurant.
Who do you think you're talking to?
Like, there's no way this guy would act like this on camera and being so not self-aware.
No, most of our stuff is frozen.
Looks
Fuck
good,
yeah.
looks good.
They turn
You know,
brown,
people
they
shit
turn
on that, but I
stone.
much prefer frozen
I
food
would not eat
sometimes
that.
as opposed to like restaurant fresh garbage.
Quit asking all these arbitrary questions to these customers.
Arbitrary questions of the customers. What do you want to eat? Shut the fuck up! Don't ask them their order.
The way you treat me is disrespectful,
Then you need to find another place to work.
I can't.
I come to win.
I'm your fucking daughter, Joe.
I don't think Joe.
We gonna slaughter him?
No.
No. Oh.
You know, I always tell
This is
Skinny,
my
I said,
wife.
You're the only one that's not going to get.
He's jealous.
If you hit him, I won't French you
I'll
later.
be 2 minutes, Skinny. Okay? Yeah.
There's no way this is real. Who would go on TV and like
You run this single-handedly?
hint at a romantic relationship with a goat?
When was the last time you had a day off?
There's no way.
I think Joe believes the restaurant's a little above the local area.
Agreed.
Seriously? I think that's probably a wow.
I wouldn't want poor people coming into my restaurant. Are you kidding? I'm serving up microwaved clams, and you think I want poor people coming into my restaurant? Are you out of your mind, Gordon?
For the badges.
I'm gonna guess he hates everything.
Oil.
And he squirts that on top.
Did he even have any?
I'll check on you
Cheese
in
is
a
barely
moment.
melted. I can see at the bottom. It looks like a little turd. I'm sending it back.
Joe?
We just put a little bit of our olive oil. It was just more of a garnish.
Oh, actually, we ran out of olive oil. That's just some gasoline, if you don't mind.
Anything.
Stop it.
Oh, you're too much, Gordon. Oh, good God, Gordon.
Turn around. You carry the.
Oh, he's gonna doggy style her? Oh.
Okay.
Micro carrots.
Oh, micro carrots.
Yeah.
From chefs.
From the local farm. Well, I don't
Fuck
think
is
they're
a
there
micro
to
carrot?
be really.
Is that a real thing, micro carrots? I'm looking it
in
up.
my dining room. Those same
Why?
carrots go to the White House. Those same.
Sorry, Amy. These things are They're like rubber bullets. Pastries.
What are
raw.
scallops supposed to be like? Aren't they supposed to be rubbery? I don't eat a lot of scallops, but every scallop I've had is pretty rubbery.
Let me take this
Do I
right
just
out of
not
your-
fine dine?
I sure will.
Yeah.
Am I dining at sub 5-star restaurants as a Twitch streamer?
Uncrude my ass.
Am I dining with plebeian chefs or something?
It's gross.
Oh, looks good. He loved it.
So these are ice cold.
Just fucking break the plate over his head at this point.
Went out. I guess we could cook them till they're totally piping hot.
Yeah, we should cook them till they're hot. Wouldn't that be dumb? What?
Wow.
What do you mean that's a good idea?
Grease. Put your fork in there. Just full of grease.
Well, I mean, everything's full of
Amy,
grease. What do you...
Rescue me.
It's not much of a...
Rubbery.
Do I just eat at shit restaurants? Like, half the things I eat are just full of grease and rubbery. And I like them.
I agree. Would you like to know how much we charge for that?
This one?
$35.
Giving it away.
Yes, chef.
Wow.
See, I don't even eat at a restaurant that has anything less than $35.
Wow.
If I want a plate of
like to taste
mayonnaise,
the
I better
elk?
be charged $35 for that shit.
That is a tender piece of elk.
As he
Chef
projectile
Ramsay does
vomits.
not know the bite of
yummy.
elk, and I would like to
I
go to his
love that
restaurant
elk.
Where he has
Thank you very much.
You know, if I ran this place
Joe after, yeah?
Okay.
and, you know, my employees were just shit-talking me to Gordon Ramsay, I'd be like, you know, I appreciate that. I'm gonna look for people that don't betray my crown.
The dinky.
Please leave. I'll hire hire some better people that don't talk about my micro dick behind my back
Chef
and
Ramsay
micro
said that he's
carrots.
going to get something to eat.
He's gonna leave and go get something to eat. Good luck. Go find something better.
I mean, to be honest, that's just a super dick move, like a huge douchebag. Can you tell the owner that I'm going somewhere to get food? Because his place sucks dick.
I've never had anybody in my career critique my items that told me every one of them was a piece of and he had to go down the street to eat.
I mean, that's totally reasonable thing to say. I've never had someone be so disrespectful to say everything I made was shit and tell me to their face that they're leaving my spot to go get food somewhere else. That's totally reasonable. Like, there's certainly a more respectful way of going about this. But that's not what people want to see.
Next course.
So honestly, I would go harder. I would double down. I would whip my cock out if I was Gordon Ramsay and I would slap him across the face with it. Because that would be good TV. If you're gonna make it fake, I want to make it super fake.
Right, so you're the head chef.
No, I don't cook. How many times do I have to? I've never cooked anything.
You're a small man with a fake bistro.
If someone called me small like that, I'd be devastated. You're not a Twitch streamer, you're just a small man.
I'm gonna work.
Oh, Jesus, Gordon. Alright, fair enough. What do you want me to do? As long as the micro carrots stay, I think we can call it a victory.
You know what we could do? I'm deeply sorry your feelings are hurt.
My feelings ain't hurt.
Oh.
That's every Twitter warrior ever. My feelings aren't hurt. I'm just crying because I'm so happy that I out-intellectualed you.
He does not know what I know about lakefish.
You can't trust these people, Joe. Every single one of them was insulting your micro carrots and everything behind your back.
I don't give.
How great would it be if the customers just fucking loved it? Like, just, they become Goku, like ravenous, shoving Joe's food in their mouth right in front of Ramsay's face.
Sorry about that.
Hey, is that Matt Damon? Matt Damon working at Joe's spot? They got a paid actor in here. No, that's not Matt Damon.
Is there something?
You got a pebble in your ravioli, like a rock, an actual rock. Yeah.
Are the producers that desperate? Can someone just put a rock in one of those? Just go outside, I don't care what you find, just give me it and put it on a plate.
Chef Ramsay had reached out to a former employee.
I ended up being garmage, prep, dishes, cleaning. I did my own prep list.
He made me jerk off that goat that he's in love with, and at that point I said it was too much. What is the point of this, Gordon?
What's he doing in the bag?
Blood.
What was she doing?
He serves.
That's the chef garden vegetables.
Making an exposed video on
That's
him?
the black grilled pork chops.
What is that?
Good idea. Salmonella. Fuck yeah.
Frozen astro. Never ever freeze an oyster. The worst thing you can ever do to it. Wow.
There's certainly worse things you can do to an oyster to make it taste worse.
To defrost.
You could dip it in dog shit. You could dip it in horse shit. You could just take a shit on it, don't even have to dip it.
Why are you doing this?
I think Gordon framed him.
You said earlier that it needed more onions. Okay?
I think he just slipped some onions in there, just sprinkled them in to sabotage Joe. Honestly, Joe, if you gave me a raw onion and nothing else, I'd be happy. Take a bite out of an onion on stream? I'm definitely not opposed to it. I've done that multiple times. I'll take a bite out of an onion on stream for a sub goal. What? How did it end last night? Oh yeah, Gordon Ramsay went into the freezer and found like dead bodies or something, and Joe said they were fresh, but Gordon said they were clearly frozen. Nutsack super itchy. I think Joe could easily beat Gordon Ramsay in a fight. Joe looks like he'd play dirty, like biting at his nipples and like ripping at his nuts. Gordon is not jacked. Are you serious? Gordon Ramsay is far from jacked. I've seen him with his shirt off. Look at that. Looks like melted butter. Gordon Ramsay is a black belt? No, he is not. Where are these myths coming from? Gordon Ramsay once fought a dragon and then turned it into the best French onion soup the medieval times had ever seen. Alright, I'm wrong. What a wholesome moment. I'm a fucking douchebag, chef. Please help. Oh, just make him shit talk him to his face. They've done it like 3 times now. Why does he need to spy on them? No one's afraid of Joe. Look at that guy. The only thing scary about Joe is his relationship with that goat that he was caressing earlier. No, I've never eaten at a Gordon Ramsay restaurant. Ever since we watched the first episode here, it occurred to me that I only eat at shitty, cheap restaurants.
Joe has been listening.
Joe's already hired the assassins. There was a scene earlier where a team of actors came in behind Joe as he was shit-talking his employees, and then he turns around and starts complimenting his employees like it was a super dumb scene. Another pet peeve of mine, lettuce on a burger. If any of you fucking subhuman turbo virgins willingly get lettuce on your burger, you've lost my respect. Oh, the texture, yeah. Oh, lettuce adds so much to the texture. One extra little crunch bite.
For a man that stands there and boasts about his farm and his goats. And you want me to talk
You're going a little far there, Gordon. He loves his goat. He's coming to whine to the women. He hurt my feelings. Will you come home with me?
Okay. Chef Ramsay doesn't have the balls, the power, or the authority to kick me out of my kitchen. You would have to roll your
Well, I mean,
back.
he did that, though.
He didn't.
It was Tommy's idea to make the elk quesadilla. He found it in the dumpster, and I had a quesadilla in my hand, and he said, "Can I slide my elk in there?" And I said, Tommy, no, don't do it." But then he did it, and then I put it on the menu. It was Tommy. Chef! Give me your badge and your spatula, Joe. You're fired. You're off the case. It went from a fucking fine dining elk quesadilla joint to burgers and wings.
and a really nice fragrant thyme jus.
Looks like ass.
Served it yet.
What kind of place has employees that care that much? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of employee is going to be devastated that their food they're serving is shit? Usually it's just, you know, I work here. I don't care. I hope that the celebrity chef that he brought in sucks like hard, like he's really bad. Like significantly worse than Joe. Chef, I absolutely hate what you've done with the place. I'm putting out quesadilla back on the menu. And just because of this bullshit, I'm gonna start serving shoes with ketchup. I hope there was at least one guy who, you know, is a regular at this place. Only ordered the elk quesadilla, came in during the filming here and just got so irrationally angry, flipping tables, shitting all over the place, throwing feces on the wall, all because the quesadillas with elk are gone. Why do pro chefs always have a bandana? Is that way you know that they're food shinobi? I hate you, Joe.
What I said to your staff. You start cutting corners.
Don't forget that. Hey, Joe, I really still don't like you. The last place I want to see you is here. Please, just sell this. Just get rid of it, Joe. Yeah, I don't even know why you own a restaurant.
Good night.
This man doesn't even know anything about food.
And the future of Mill Street Bistro is questionable.
Nice. Well, that's a happy ending. Joe decided to be a chef again, and the business is crumbling. He fired half the staff after and sued? What? Wait. Kitchen Nightmares production staff stole from Joe? What did they take? His goat? Long John Silver tier list? So that's actually something we were kicking around as an idea, but legitimately doing a Long John Silver's tier list, like trying all their food, would probably result in Matt or I being in the hospital in intensive care. I don't think there's a single like Long John Silver's fan in the world. I don't think it exists. Right now, in chat, is there anyone here that eats at Long John Silver's? Start there. Not even do you like it. Do you eat there ever? Overwhelmingly no, with a couple of liars sprinkled in there about eating there often. I know you're lying. I feel like Long John Silver's is probably some kind of money laundering front to some degree. I don't think it started that way, but I think it's become that, because I don't know how they're still in business. Every Long John Silver's I've passed for the last decade at least has been completely dilapidated, in shambles, and yet somehow it's still here. And nobody eats there. I ate there once and almost puked, which is exactly what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if we did the Long John Silver's tier list, it would end in some kind of catastrophic illness. I'm actually going to look it up. How popular is Long John Silver? Today, Long John Silver's owns and operates and franchises nearly 700 restaurants located across 38 U.S. states and Singapore, generating annual system-wide sales of $413 million. Like, I think I've only ever had it once in my life when I was a kid because Joe's Crab Shack was closed. And I can vaguely remember my parents begrudgingly taking me to Long John Silver for like popcorn shrimp or something. You're just hating on LGS because it's fun. I don't think it's bad. Have some fucking shame, Glibby. Did you just actually drop an abbreviation for Long John Silver and get it wrong? LGS? It'd be LJS, and nobody's abbreviating Long John Silver's. They don't have fans. Nobody's doing that. That's how I know you're lying. You didn't even get the fucking imaginary abbreviation correct. But yeah, no, I don't think we'll be doing a Long John Silver tier list. It feels dangerous. I watched that, not to get like morbid or like really sad. I watched that video that went viral a little while ago about the woman who ate bad tilapia and had all of her limbs amputated because of the infection or whatever she contracted from it. I feel like that is absolutely a high likelihood at fucking Long John Silver's. Long John Silver hush puppies are S tier. Outside of that, it's dog food. He's a tier 1 Long John Silver CEO. How long have you had that account? You just made it. Yeah, created 2 minutes ago. Don't even try and like gaslight me into thinking there's real Long John Silver fans. Thanks to Resub Swift. I can see when you made the account. Scoundrel. The one in my town burned down, shit's whack. I am an LJS enjoyer. No, what you are is a goddamn liar. Stop. Just stop. I know you're not. I'm gonna look up their menu real quick, actually. I haven't checked their menu since we were ideating on doing a Long John Silver tier list. Thanks, Resub Hypo. Plus, Matt is already, like, pretty irpy around seafood because he got such bad food poisoning that it's ruined seafood for him. So I think this would put him in the grave if we did a Long John Silver's tier list. Man, I love this. I go to the... This website couldn't be more sad. I go to their website and I scroll down to go to their menu, and on their promotions, there's one item: cheese bites. It's the only thing they seem to be proud of. They have this whole promotion section, but there's one thing for cheese bites. Nothing else. It's not a very large menu. That's good. I'm glad they didn't make like a massive menu like Cheesecake Factory for this. LJS review win. I'm not memeing. I'm actually fucking afraid to eat at Long John Silver. I'd eat their chicken, but then defeat the purpose because they're a seafood place. But I would be terrified to eat this. This is like the idea I had a while ago to do a gas station food tier list and just try like the most revolting old gas station food that just exists in those fucking hot dog spinners forever and never gets changed out. And then we watched that Chubby Emu video on botulism contracted from gas station nachos, and I canned that idea ASAP. Immediately, I put that one on the shelf. Surprised you eat seafood? You're picky? I'm really not picky. I literally eat anything. I will actually eat anything. There's foods I obviously like more than others, but when it comes to Long John Silver's, I actually feel like I am risking life and limb for it. Like, it feels like I'm gambling on my health. My parents met working together at Long John Silver. Probably because there was nothing else to do. Like, there's no customers. They'll just hang out, talk to each other, fall in love. Bond. That makes sense. The way you describe Long John Silver makes it sound like they catch fish from the septic tank. They probably do. I have never seen an LJS that's in good condition. Maybe it's a Florida thing, I don't know. Every LJS I have ever seen in my life looks like a house in Minecraft that got hit by TNT. God damn it, now I'm tricking myself into, like, wanting to take the risk and trying it. Last time my dad ate Long John Silver over a decade ago, it forced him to get gallbladder surgery. The food is dog food, but root beer is peak. Also, the one near my house burnt down and rebuilt. God, it's like Hydra. Why are we even talking about this? I forgot why this came up. Oh yeah, someone recommended a Long John Silver's tier list, and that's something that has been something we've been ideating on at the headquarters for a while, but just are afraid to do. Because it's so gross. Do you think it's actually worse than Burger King? It's not fair, because I hate Burger King because I eat it and it always sucks shit. I haven't eaten Long John Silver's because I'm afraid of it. It's like the boogeyman of fast food to me. In my head, it's like the worst thing you can eat, but I haven't actually eaten it to compare it to Burger King. Check out their Big Catch meal. It's absolutely revolting. It's so bad health groups called it the worst meal in America and said that it's basically a heart attack on a hook. I love the name Big Catch. Okay. LJS Big Catch, huh? Long John... This was in 2013, so this is when people still accidentally ate there. Oh my god, this looks awful! Long John Silver's Big Catch is worst restaurant meal in America, says CSPI. I don't know what this is. I don't know that organization. That sounds like some kind of, like, shadow group that works behind the scenes in the food industry. This looks awful! 3 ounces trans fat drenched batter, 4.5 ounce fish. Lab test find 33 grams of trans fat in the meal of fried fish, onion rings, and hush puppies. And then announced that it'll discontinue the Big Catch. Oh no. Damn you! Look what they've taken from us. Not even the Big Catch was safe. Maybe they did like a drastic overhaul of their menu. Because this isn't on there. It was very simple stuff. Granted, they didn't look great, but it did seem very simple. It's piss yellow. It's like actual mustard hue. Like, how do you even fry something that ends up looking that way? I think these are the hush puppies up here. Those look fine. Maybe they're like cheese curds. I can't tell. I think that's the hush puppies, though. But this looks horrible. I love this sentence. Today, the CSPI formally notified Long John Silver's CEO Mike Kern that the chain will be sued if it continues to use partially hydrogenated oil in its deep fryers, and if it continues to misrepresent both the amount of fish in the meal and nutrition information for the side items. Long John Silver's is one of the very few reasons why I don't eat seafood to this day. I had it as a child in California, and I had it as a teenager in Florida. I won't be eating it as an adult. It sounds like a punishment. Like, eat your vegetables or your next meal will be at Long John Silver's. The kid just fucking starts housing it. No, not there! Please! A White Castle tier list would be so much safer. My dad loves White Castle. So I'm very familiar with White Castle. What are they using? Plastic fish? No, it'd probably be healthier if they were using plastic fish, though. Again, this was 2013, so maybe they're in a much better place now. But even still, I'm fucking afraid of it. How about a Chili's tier list? I don't know if I've said this before, but I'll say it now. I say this, like, to my friends. I think Chili's is, like, the best food you can get if you're aiming for that ballpark of quality. So I put Chili's in the same tier as, like, all the other ones, like Applebee's and all that. Chili's blows them out of the water. Chili's is so far above the competition in that genre, it's not even fair. Like, why would you ever go somewhere that's not Chili's if it's an option? If that's, like, where the tier you're trying to stay in. Long John Silver doesn't even want you eating there. When's the last time you saw a Long John Silver commercial? Great question. Do they even advertise anymore? Oh, also the comments from 6 months ago. I saw a video claiming nobody goes to Long John Silver's and it's mainly a money laundering operation. I've never been. Here's a Long John Silver's commercial from 2021. Is their slogan Fish Yeah? It is. Long John Silver, Fish Yeah. Yeah, they definitely don't aggressively market themselves. For good reason. The less people that go to their establishments, the less chance of a lawsuit from like an inadvertent foodborne death. If you search Long John Silver's fire on Google, you're greeted with dozens of separate LJS locations that have randomly burnt down. Well, there's also just so many of them that I imagine just pure numbers game, that's bound to happen. Like, I bet McDonald's probably has the same phenomenon and Burger King and all that. I don't think it's exclusive to just LJS.
The city says the fire was quickly put out, but not before it caused fire, smoke, and water damage.
Luckily, nobody was inside. Alright. So that was a month ago, so it looks like this shit's burning down all the time. Have you heard about the worst Michelin star restaurant? It's called Mugaritz. Each meal is $1,000, and one meal is supposed to represent a belly button you suck juice out of. Shit's a scam. This is why I hate really expensive food, by the way. You pay so much money for like a single bite.
Patio where they give you a little book of dried and pressed plants. And
this is actually something that they just picked up out of a garden outside. That doesn't even seem like edible plants. It's like daisy petals. And these are just a random assortment of leaves.
you don't necessarily eat the rosemary, but you brush it with balsamic sauce and you suck all the aroma and flavors in.
That's so fucking cringe. I hate fine dining. It's so cringe. This actually looks like a scene from the menu. Because it is, like, the menu is very accurate. Wow. The menu is very accurate to these fine dining fucking delusional establishments. Where you're paying like $400 for an aged bottle of wine.
We're told to lick the face. It creates so much dynamic in the whole experience, and it was delicious.
Oh, God. Alright, how much is that? Yeah, they don't have their menu on here. It looks like it really is only by these giant packages of 23 courses. This is the closest I can find to like a menu where it's just pictures of some of the things you get. So here's a candy gluten ball. I think the menu actually has a really cool message about how simple things can turn extremely pretentious and how people start to hate what they once loved to do. I think the menu is a great movie. I really liked it. Is this food or is this like an actual just pencil?
The next two combos are served savory and sweet.
Enzymatic molasses of rye bread and sea urchin. The cow and the flowers. Marrow and banana cream. Bite tartare. What a wonderful dish. Yum, 250 euros and I get 3 tiddlywinks of garbage. With a really stupid name. Boo, blasting you with a quick jump scare to give you an important announcement. My Gamer Subs flavor is finally here. Goof Juice. Is it focusing? There we go. Goof Juice has arrived. It's the best flavor of any beverage ever created. Strawberry kiwi. So, if you've been paying close attention in a lot of videos recently, there's been some mystery liquid. Many of us have been consuming at the warehouse. Spoiler alert, it's the Goof Juice, and it's available right now, so I'll put a link to it in the description. Pick some up if you want to taste a heavenly sensation unlike anything else. Is that a finger? Yeah, that's one of Sukuna's cursed items. A sake what? A sake handkerchief? What? No, do you suck this? No.
It starts with shrimp tamago. The raw shrimp was crunchy and super fresh. Sake handkerchief blew my mind. It was like a layer on top of milk, but it was a layer of sake.
Oh. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. This has to be on purpose. This is how they show the dishes in the menu. Well, the menu's not even far-fetched from a lot of, like, huge fine dining establishments. Do you guys not remember Salt Bae? The cringe god? That guy's whole thing, like, he was upcharging basic-ass steaks by, like, 1,000% because he'd come out and do this. And then he'd engage in the worst small talk of all time. If they'll pay for it, why not do it? Yeah, don't hate the player, hate the game. And hate this fart. And there's 3 of them, actually. Product and tradition.
In 3 ways. First off, they oven cook the loin with coal, giving this incredible smoky flavor.
I can't tell what this is. This is just animal cake. It's like 1 scoop of ice cream underneath an egg yolk. What is it?
Animal cake was another delight of the night. Ricotta cheese, coffee cream. Then we
Oh, that's it. Cheese and coffee cream? Okay.
Then we have dark tuna.
That's just a rock. There's no way this is food, right? There's no way this is food. This is actually just a fucking rock. The food is on it? Is it? Where? Oh, is this the food right here? Oh, I thought this was like a part of the rock. I thought it was just part of the geode. I thought this whole thing was the dark tuna cured in honey. Oh, okay. Now that makes more sense, I guess. Big hairy game hunting.
Wild boar with mushroom, a mixture of different type of mushrooms. This wild boar was cooked to perfection.
Wild boar. You realize that's not like a high quality food. Wild boars are so common that you actually get paid to go out and fucking shoot them. And they're also so gamey that most people don't actually eat wild boar. This is legitimately the lowest tier meat you could ever consume. And you're paying €250 for it. That's out. That is actually the most blatant scam part of this so far. That's what I was saying. Their website is extremely pretentious. Pretentious. Here, I'll pull it up. I didn't pull it up on stream because I didn't bother, but here, you need to see their website. Like, I really think that this is just pure delusion. And then if you go to the eat question mark, it's all about how it's food for the mind. We love to feed our minds. Feeding curiosity, the senses of desire, we seek to satisfy the hunger of risk, game, or answers, and to satisfy the pleasure of surprise, of discovering, and exploring the unknown. To achieve this, we question the logic of the gastronomic world, rethinking the social habits and prejudices. We seek to create a context where diners give free rein to their senses to overcome the imposition of customers. This is a Michelin-starred restaurant, by the way, serving wild boar, which legitimately they might have fished out of a dumpster after some kick streamers went out and shot some for content. Like, this is not high-quality food that they're serving. The Michelin Guide is the only rating system in the world that is not corrupted by advertising and capitalism. Getting a Michelin star is a dream of every chef, as it's the ultimate validation in the culinary world. I'm sorry, but your take here is incorrect. What's my take? That this is a pretentious nothing burger of a place? You are eating wild boar and fucking leaves. Actual rosemary petals to suck balsamic vinegar off of. You think that's a Michelin star establishment, brother? Maybe they haven't been corrupted by capitalism and advertisements, but they have been corrupted by their own fucking farts of pretentiousness. Just look at this website. My take is that this is stupid. And undeserving of any kind of prestige. No, I'm not gonna eat there. Jesus Christ, no. I'll try and find a really pretentious spot to eat in Tampa at some point. I don't know if we have anything to this level, though. That's something special. Licking food off of a face? Like, I don't think we have this level of pretentiousness. I would be stunned, but I'll try and find it. Fucking sucking caviar out of eye sockets from discarded art supplies. Tier list this. Tier list the 23 courses. Is this their highest level course? I bet they have a more expensive one. I bet they have a $1,000 one, at least. And people get really mad when I say this, but I'm gonna say it again because I'm gonna keep screaming it from the fucking mountaintops. A5 Wagyu is a goddamn waste of money. You get a tiny tiddlywink of nothing but fucking fat. It's not even meat. It's just oily fat. And it's like $200. More than that, actually. I'll say it till the end of time. People were really mad when I when I tore into A5 Wagyu on our steak video, but I stand by it. That shit is worthless. Absolute worthless. Not even meat.
Additions
I'm gonna eat Wagyu out of spite. That's fine. A1 through 4, whatever the scaling is decent. Like, it's good. A5 is a legitimate fucking scam. It's like modern art of food, where it has to be some kind of, like, upper echelon elite money laundering scheme. Because you can't, A, you can't eat a lot of it because it's nothing but oil and fat, and B, you get such a small amount for such a huge price tag, it's just not worth it under any circumstances. But, like, what is it? The American Wagyu was good, and what was it, A3 or some shit Wagyu was good? Because both of those were at least meat. A5 isn't. It's oil and fat and nothing else. There have been more fights at Waffle Houses than the entire history of the Roman Colosseum. It's a place where people go mainly just to throw down, it seems, and then maybe get like a waffle to celebrate either a victory or rub it in their wounds after a tough loss. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the prerequisites for being a waitress or waiter at a Waffle House is a black belt in Muay Thai. The food really is secondary to the true Waffle House experience of being able to be either a spectator in a brawl or a participant. Waffle House is a lot like my asshole. You just never know when shit's gonna pop off. And it feels like it's always just a matter of time before a fight breaks out. It's got this big reputation now as the go-to Thunderdome for giving or receiving ass whoopings. It's like almost a curse that haunts Waffle House, where you go in there in a good mood, but the second you cross that threshold, it's like that scene out of Kingsman at the church where everyone just like flips on this switch and they're just fighting each other. I don't know what exactly it is about Waffle Houses that bring out the demon, but yes, it is well known now how often fights happen there. And recently there was a massive one that made headlines everywhere, and I didn't even cover it on my channel. I've covered a lot of Waffle House fights, but this one a lot of people noticed I was uncharacteristically silent on, thinking that I was like a Waffle House hipster where this fight was too mainstream for me to talk about, but nothing could be further from the truth. I was as entertained as everyone else was. I'm sure all of you have seen the big brawl by now. I can't show you any clips because with the YouTube's new policy, I would get fucked in the mouth so quick for doing that. So I already know you've seen the brawl, but the thing is, I enjoyed it. I just didn't have a whole lot to say about it. It was mainly grappling. There was like not a whole lot of like squaring up and delivering knuckle sandwiches. It was pretty much grappling until the end, where it finished with a WWE style chair throw, which led to a now historic internet moment. This iconic parry.
Yo, they still Oh my god, bro!
That was a frame perfect parry like something out of Dark Souls. She got iframes out of that right there. That is an absolute game ender. She threw that chair with velocity too. That was a cannon. And she not only deflected it, but she like fucking spun it around her forearm here and then threw it to the ground. It was so flashy. Fucking anime couldn't have been smoother than that. It was nutty, and it took the internet by storm. There's tons of edits around this now, with like John Cena being the one throwing the chair. It went super viral. However, this actually had a wildly detrimental impact to that lady's career. She got fired for this, which I think is just wrong. She didn't start the fight. It's a fucking Waffle House. A fight is inevitable. It's like trying to stop the wind from blowing. She was powerless, so what did she do? Defend herself, which I think is totally within her right to do. She shouldn't lose employment because she deflected a chair. Now, I do realize that leading up to this, she was actively engaged in this brawl, but even still, I don't blame her. The brawl broke out and she was defending herself as well as her fellow employees. It's something I don't think she should have lost her job over, but it goes even deeper than that. Not only did she lose her job, it seems she's been banned from ever working at a Waffle House again, which makes no sense. She should be like the head of security for Waffle House going forward. She should be training other employees on how to handle situations the way she did. Like, just imagine the wisdom she could share with everyone. By the end of her training, Waffle House employees will be able to slap bullets out of midair. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. She was punished for something I don't think she even did wrong. So it's a big L from Waffle House. I'll go ahead and show you from the articles where she posted a video going over it.
Can't ever work for Waffle House again. I tried working for another one, like sometime earlier this year, and I had found out that I was blacklisted.
That's so fucked up. After a successful parry like that? Man, Waffle House is so dumb for that. She should honestly have been promoted. She could have been the face of their marketing campaign. Like, yeah, we know we have a reputation for fights breaking out, but now we have our own Batwoman. And then it's just like her parrying chairs or something. They could have really leaned into it. Fucking stupid L Waffle House, man. Jesus. I don't know how they couldn't see this easy slam dunk for PR. What was she supposed to do? Just let it hit her in the face? I don't think she was blacklisted for parrying the chair. I think she got blacklisted because it might be company policy that when a fight breaks out and you're like participating, you get fired. I don't think it was necessarily this successful parry. I don't think it would matter if she got hit in the face with it or not. She threw the salt shaker. Oh, was she the one that threw the salt shaker? Okay, then that was probably it. Even still, though, this whole brawl isn't her fault. If they fire everyone who gets in fights at Waffle House, how are they still finding so many employees? Yeah, good point. The turnover rate of employees at Waffle House has to be unreal. If you're getting fired for fights, like, you're going to be going through new employees once a week. It's so sad how such a triumphant moment with that chair parry could turn into something so devastating for her career. Because she's still out of a job, to my knowledge, which is shocking. I would have thought, like, some other corporation or something would have picked her up just even to capitalize off of her, like, the viral marketing capabilities she now has. But to my knowledge, that hasn't happened. So I feel really bad for her because, again, I feel like she was just defending herself from the chair being thrown at her as well as just like the general brawl. So I just wanted to share this because I think this is a big fuck up from Waffle House. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah. Food reviews are a highly competitive genre of content on YouTube. It's like being a professional athlete. Millions will try, but few will succeed. I mean, look no further than the godfather of flavor, the perfect palate, Review Brah. Report of the Week is kind of the gold standard for food reviews, but he's far from alone in this industry. There are so many channels dedicated to this art form, and today I'd like to show you a smaller channel that I recently found called Joe is Hungry. And there's no false advertising here. His name is Joe and he's hungry. So what's he do? He eats. But he was blessed with a tongue like a computer. So when he eats these food items from various fast food places, he's able to calculate and give a thorough, in-depth review and quantitatively explain where an item should be ranked on the scale. And I think it's just a great production and great content, so I just wanted to share some of it with you. I've seen this guy before. Haven't we watched him for the food reviews? Back during the food dip era? Let's see what he thought about the new enchilada. Yeah. I absolutely remember this. Fuck yeah. We're coming in hot, baby.
Firmly entrenched in the city of Fairmount, Georgia.
It's good to see you, Joe. I'm hungry too.
Enchilada consists of...
He's playing one of his own videos in the monitor in the background. My man just kicks back and relaxes by watching some Joe is Hungry. Just hands behind his head, reminiscing on the good times. Ah, I remember when I was hungry in this video. Fuck me, that appetite got blasted.
Cents an ounce. So let's head on over to Taco Bell in Jasper, Georgia.
That transition, my God.
Hi, how are you?
Man, this is some high-octane food reviewing action.
126.7 degrees Fahrenheit.
God damn, it's like an episode of Pimp My Ride, but with an enchilada. That's the best the enchilada's ever looked. They should be paying Joe for this.
This actually is...
I hope we have 5 camera angles for this one. And can we get a 1,000 frame per second slow-mo cam? Woo! Look at the way that enchilada just vanishes in his gullet. I use the same sour cream. Whoa! Coming in on the low angle. Tease in the enchilada.
Flavor, Wendy's, Burger King, you listening? Now it's time to give
Burger King's never listening, Joe. I don't care how hungry Joe gets, he should never go into a Burger King unless he's asking for a problem. I hope I can go on this channel and not see a single Burger King video for his own safety.
It
6.
really deserves.
Probably 6.
I'll give it a 6.8.
Yeah, I'm in his head.
Number, that's my review, and hopefully we'll see you all in the next video.
Bye, Joe. Man, he was hungry. Oh my god, he did Burger King. The new Italian's BK Royal Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Burger King's got the nerve to come out with a new menu item. Have some shame. Just shut down.
Sandwiches?
I'm sorry, but we don't serve those until tomorrow.
Oh, crap.
Oh. Did they not know that it was Joe? They should have whipped those puppies up lickety-split. Joe was hungry. Hopefully he went anywhere besides Burger King for just like a normal meal after this.
Today, I'm gonna run over to Burger King and check out their new Italian BK Royal Crispy Chicken
It almost
Sandwich.
sounds like he's making a threat to them holding this cleaver here. I'm heading over to Burger King. There will be no survivors. Decent chunk of sodium. Good protein though. Alright, alright.
Burger King, I'm not really surprised. By the time I get them home in my heated carrying case, they'll probably be warmer. On that note,
I love that Joe is also not a Burger King fan. I just think it's impossible to be a Burger King fan. For any self-respecting person, I don't know how you eat Burger King and feel good about it. Like, it has... We recently went through the whole menu. It has a couple of items that were pretty good. Like, the chicken fries aren't bad. But no matter what, you still leave there feeling so unfulfilled, like anything else would have just been better. Like, the chicken fries will get you by, but why not just go anywhere else for a better meal?
They need to perform better than they did on the lukewarm Joe is hungry temperature test.
That's
So
true,
now
they
it's
did
time
not pass
for
the preliminary
Joe is
test.
hungry. Big reveal.
Is this the same song from the last big reveal? You know what Joe should... Man, this goes so hard. This is like an album cover. Joe should really incorporate like viewer music into this section for the Joe's big reveal. I bet people would be honored. You could just have like some viewer tracks going in like real hard. Like Shoddy Wanna Fuck or something. And then completely change like the editing style for it. Maybe pyrotechnics in the background or something too. Come out like a WWE wrestler with the BK Royal Chicken Sandwich. Not even Joe can make that look very good. Woo! Man's a lethal weapon with that blade. I will give Burger King credit where credit's due here. This is different chicken than they use for their normal chicken sandwich. So they're well, actually, it might not be. I can't quite tell. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know. But then the chicken they use for their normal chicken sandwich is hardly chicken. I'm pretty sure it's just a different colored sponge. Like, I'm sure they just, like, spray paint that in the back and fabricate it, like, 3D print it. Because it's not chicken. It is actually the worst chicken in the world. If you just get a normal Burger King chicken sandwich, they serve it on a hoagie, and it is downright inedible. Like, it shouldn't be allowed to be served.
And this is what it's supposed to look like. This is the real deal. And this is what Burger King is trying to tell you it looks like. We've
Pretty
seen what it looks
close.
like. We saw. So it is. Bite test. Engage.
Oh, he's ravenous. Oh, baby. Gluttony's taken over. The Burger King umami coming... Yeah, that is legitimately just Burger King face. You take a bite and then it's just regret that washes over you. He's doing it for content, but anyone who does it for nutrition or like a meal, I have no doubt that the second you eat this, you just are overcome with this feeling of why. Like, what was wrong with me? It's like post-nut clarity, but with food. Like, you just start thinking clearer, like, wow, this was just not a good decision. That one's more confused. He's going through, like, all 5 stages of denial here. Hitting that grief stage.
To sum it all up, put some marinara sauce on it. There is no way they cook this thing to order. But then again, we're talking about Burger King here. They
True.
invented not cooking to order.
They invented not cooking in general. That's not fair. That's Arby's. I will legitimately never forgive Arby's for serving me a legitimately raw piece of chicken. We had an actual Arby's chef reach out to us once because we just assumed that it was like preheated chicken, like they just throw it in the microwave and serve it, so it was like cooked. But apparently that's not the case with Arby's. When we did this video, when they were doing like their hottest sandwich, the chicken here, the one that I got, was legitimately raw. It wasn't fully cooked. I didn't get food poisoning from it, thank God, but this entire side is actually raw. I don't know if you can see it on stream. You can see it in the video. I don't know if it's coming through on stream. and I've never forgiven Arby's for this. I thought it was just like a fat tendon or something, but an actual Arby's employee reached out to say like, no, we actually do cook it, and that is just raw. Yeah, I think Arby's is unforgivable. How fucking awful. I was so goddamn mad when I found that out because I'm already a hypochondriac and I know how bad raw chicken is. I was so fucking mad.
If you don't know my scale is 1 to 10, 9 being the best. Anything above
It's gonna be a
once in
4.
lifetime experience. 5 and down is the definite.
I'm in your head,
slippery
Joe.
slope
It's gonna be a
to
4.
food hell. So let's go ahead and give this thing its score.
It's a 4.
4.5.
I'm so good at this. I am always on the money with those fucking scores. I can just read people so goddamn well. I swear to God. I'm a fucking genius. Galaxy brain.